Your happiness depends on the quality of your thoughts. Therefore, be cautious and make sure you don't consider any ideas contrary to virtue and common sense. A man should fear not death, but rather the terror of never starting to live. Accept the things that fate has bound you to, and love the people that fate has brought you together with, but do it from the bottom of your heart. A man's worth is not greater than his ambitions. The goal of life, rather than siding with the majority, is to avoid joining the ranks of the mad. Stop wasting time discussing the qualities of a good man. Be one. Being unlike the person who caused the harm is the best form of revenge. Our lives are created by the thoughts we have. Nothing can happen to a man that he was not created in such a way to handle. Loss is nothing more than change, and nature loves change. The capacity to thoroughly research anything that comes under your notice in life has the greatest capacity to broaden the intellect. Living art resembles wrestling more than dancing. Time is like a river of passing events, and its stream is fast. As soon as something is brought to our attention, it is gone, replaced by something else, which will soon follow. The world and the person living in peace with themselves are one and the same. The only peaceful and trouble-free retreat a man can find is within his own spirit. I frequently thought how it is that while each man values his own opinion of himself less than that of others, he nevertheless loves himself more than all the other men combined. Life is merely a place for good and evil. It is neither good nor evil. Start again, and you will have done the task, because starting is half the battle won. Live each moment as though it were your last. Be happy with who you are, and don't wish to change. Don't fear or long for your death. How much time the person who doesn't watch what their neighbor says, does, or thinks saves. Search within. If you dig, the well of goodness is there, and it will always boil up. Life is a problem to the wise, a solution to the stupid. Live each moment of your life as though it were your last. Education without natural ability has less often elevated a man to greatness and morality than natural aptitude without education. We should treat others well, in the same way that a horse runs. A bee makes honey, or a vine bears grapes year after year without giving thought to the grapes it has produced. Do not focus more on what you lack than what you already have. A man can live anywhere and live well there. You must analyze someone's motivations and traits in order to fully grasp their character. A guy should stand straight, not have to be pulled up. As often as it is possible, make it a habit to consider the intended outcome of others' actions. To make this practice more meaningful, put it into practice on yourself first. Anything that is attractive in any way gets its beauty from inside and doesn't ask for anything in return. Consider how blessed you are to be alive and to have the ability to breathe, think, appreciate, and love when you first wake up in the morning. You are in control of your thoughts, not outside circumstances. Realize this, and you'll gain courage. When you reject your perception of injury, the actual injury goes away. A happy existence can be created with very little effort. All you need is a change in your perspective. Never let your future to bother you. If necessary, you will fight it using the same tools of reason that you use to defend yourself from the present. Avoid doing or saying anything that is wrong or untrue. The color of one's ideas bleeds into one's spirit. The root of all crime is poverty. You can predict the future if you take a look back at the past with all of the shifting empires that came and went. Do not think that the mission is beyond the capabilities of man simply because your own strength is insufficient for it. Rather, if something is within those capabilities, believe that it is also within your own compass. Do not assume that something is impossible for anyone to complete just because it looks difficult to you. Anger can never be dishonest. Keep your focus on the present. Among the actions of living is the act of dying. Because the soul is colored by the thoughts, the character of your mind will likewise be like your habitual thoughts. Happiness is a power that exists within the soul. Death is a secret of nature, just like birth. Men are here for one another's benefit. Allow yourself to seem as you truly are. Every object has a consistent form from the beginning of time and repeats itself within its cycle. Everything that grows from the earth dissolves back into it, whereas items born in heaven return to their original place. The best punishment is to avoid imitation. Nobody experiences anything other than what they could have controlled. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live.